Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Flyers coming in at 6-0, going up against the Titans, who come in at 3-3.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments like any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Salt Lake City Flyers. With about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. He finds Corey Davis. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
Now on
1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Go, black 99, Philly.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. And now here's a carry heading left. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Looking to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Taken in at the 11. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Play clock winding down. He'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gould. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Okay, even just being nice, the last 2 plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out.
Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Here we go now. Blue line it.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back here right after this. The Titans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15.
Here we go. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here now the offense heading back out there. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Escaping the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Come on, let's go.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Now a handoff looking right. And some room to work. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Chris Jones able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
1st and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. They'll run it now out of the gun. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. And now it's 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Big decision there. They say forget the field goal and go for it, and it pays off.
I wonder who was in the ear of the head coach on this one. Did he make this call on his own? Or maybe the analytics coach got involved. And a lot of times you talk about that all week before the game. Hey, if we're in certain situations, analytics actually says do it this way, which might be against the norm. And it paid off for them in a really nice way.
Cashing in and there on the final play of the first half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And that's caught by Smith. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Fresh set of downs here. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Now a handoff looking right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the play clock's running down. Back to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Walker coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So put another 3 on the board. And all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Titans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Vanderdoes coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Brad Nordman now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. Fielded just inside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now they try the right side here. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Now he's flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Back live here now in Salt Lake City. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is taken at about the 14. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And now here's a carry heading left. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game, because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
The Titans on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shrugs him off. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
All right, here we go. Boom, 90.
They sack him back at the 42.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. $51 yards on the punt there. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field.
Let's go.
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now this time he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush, and I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Sims. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Now let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now a handoff as they run left side. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now a handoff looking right. Space to run past the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
All right, here we go. Over.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Over. Leopard. Go.
And now here's a carry heading left. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to...
The Saints are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Let's go to Adam Schefter now, who's got more to say about the Dolphins' latest pick.
He was a tight end who really needed a good offseason to help his stock, but it just never happened for him. It was clear through all-star practices and game day that he has issues moving his feet when blocking at the line. He played more of the H-back receiver role in school, so that may be one reason why he struggled on the line. However, he didn't do much as a receiver either, failing to get separation from the linebackers. He's going to need a lot of coaching on his technique, and it looks like this team is prepared to give it to him.
The Vikings are now on the clock. Adam, what can you tell us about that last pick?
He's a receiver that had a relatively quiet offseason, with the only major concern being his ability to go up for the ball. According to the Combine, he had one of the shorter verticals among wideouts at just over 35 feet. On top of the vertical, he also missed on several high passes by just a few inches in passing drills. Even though he may lose most jump ball battles, he brings enough to the table for the team to pick him up. We'll see on game day where his coach decides to line him up.
The Rams are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock.
Adam Schefter now with more on Lofton.
Showing up to the combine overweight and then turning in a subpar performance caused him to plummet in several mocks leading up to the draft. Most of the scouts I spoke with could not understand how this kid could have let himself go as he neared the most important day of his playing career. This led to several others questioning his mental integrity, willpower over food, and passion for the game. I can only imagine his new team will have him on a plane tonight to meet with its nutritionist and strength and conditioning team, likely to get him into a regimented routine within a week. When in shape, he's the kind of player that can make a true impact at the NFL level, but he has to avoid eating himself out of the league, a trap that so many rookies have fallen into in the past.
The Titans are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock.